You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodriguez for Black and White Sports. Well, we're going to talk about Russell Wilson, who is now, of course, the quarterback of the Denver Broncos. After that massive trade with the Seattle Seahawks, he's been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL for about the last decade. Got a Super Bowl championship, been to another one, and the Denver Broncos quarterback situation has been a hot mess since Peyton Manning was on that team. Well, now it's certainly more stable, even though Russell Wilson did have a more down year last year. But there's something when it comes to Russell Wilson that has guys that have either played with him, around him, been around him, whatever it is, there's something that makes Russell Wilson not likable. I don't know what it is. I don't know why guys are like this with Russell. Russell is, as we know, pretty articulate. He's always been a good guy on and off the field. And he is married to Ciara, okay? And, of course, they've got kids together. And we know, we've talked about this in the past, when he was in Seattle, there was a movement in Seattle, behind the scenes, behind closed doors in the locker room, to get Russell Wilson out of there. Teammates didn't like him, and for lack of a better way of putting it, word that came out of that locker room was that teammates thought Russell Wilson wasn't, quote, black enough. Now, I don't exactly know what that means, okay? But they were literally lobbying for Colin Kaepernick to come in and replace one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's really weird. Now, Channing Crowder has come out and made some comments, and he is throwing real shade at Russell Wilson and Ciara, their relationship. They got kids together. Well, he has come out and talking about the fact that if Russell Wilson didn't have the money and didn't have the fame, there's no way she would have left Future for Russell Wilson. He's saying, in fact, Russell is a square, which seems to be an issue. Being responsible, being a good citizen on and off the field in the NFL, I guess, is a negative to some people. I don't get it, but okay. And, of course, let us not forget all the drama between his ex-wife and Golden Tate. I think we remember all of that, right? But let's get to this. This is strange. It's strange. Russell Wilson gets a lot of disrespect for just seeming to be sort of a good guy. Russell Wilson's a freaking square. Ciara left Future for him? Question mark. Let's hear a little of this.
Russell and Ciara. Yeah, if Russell ain't had that bread, Ciara ain't gonna be with him. Russell square. Russell Square. Russell Square. Ciara had she has a good situation, but you don't leave Future and get with Russell Wilson.
The thing is,
I think that's what you don't leave Future and get with Russell Wilson. Like, it's a type. Listen, bro, everybody got a type.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody has a type. You gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson? He's so goddamn square, and I love him on the field. He's a square. He's a fucking square.
Channing, you go from this level of toxicity, you just want something stable. You want the guy that was sitting with that girl with that big old mouth at the draft that was laughing, and you knew she deserved to be with him.
Okay, so, look, Ryan Clark makes a point here. He's saying that maybe she wanted some stability, okay, after being with Future. Maybe she wanted a little stability there. Somebody that wasn't maybe quite as exciting. I don't know. But he says there's no way. This was the Pivot podcast, by the way. Let's give them guys a little love. The ex-linebacker made the inflammatory comments on a recent episode of the podcast The Pivot, where they were talking about the Broncos QB and his wife, whom Crowder apparently feels is in the wrong relationship, invoking her ex of several years ago. And there's her with Future back in 2013. We'll let CC speak for himself because he says a lot. And pretty much of it is pretty mean. He calls Russ a square and speculates that Ciara's only with him for the money. He also theorizes that there's no way Ciara would ditch somebody like Future and get with Russ, who's seen as his polar opposite, unless there was something deeper fueling her, because he thinks all women have a type and believes Ciara had already shown her cards. They go on to take jabs at his ex-wife, Ashton Meme. Of course, he got strong pushback from his fellow podcasters who tell him that women want peace and that Ciara and Russ are perfectly happy, as they've been married since 2016 and have children. So it seems the proof is in the pudding here, namely the fact that they stayed together this long proves Crowder's train of thought isn't actually supported by reality. Russ and Ciara have had couple goals for a very long time. By the way, Russell Wilson did randomly tweet out some scripture. I'm not going to go on to read that, but you get the point. Russ is noticing things like this. Now, I don't know exactly where all the hate for Russell Wilson comes from, but it seems in the NFL there's a certain section of players that don't seem to like other players that seem to have their shit together. Articulate, extremely responsible, talk correct English. I mean, hell, I don't sometimes. I'm a redneck. But you get the point. There seems to be a disrespect level there for something like that. And look, is it uncommon for people in relationships to get out of one relationship and hook up with somebody that's completely the opposite of what they just had? No, that's absolutely a thing. It happens all the time, and people get married and stay married forever. But the real point of the video is, I still don't understand all the disrespect for Russell Wilson as a person. It's very, very strange. I don't know why there seems to be a vendetta in the league. Ex-players, current players, the Legion of Boom in Seattle, Richard Sherman. I mean, they come out and said he wasn't black enough. I still don't understand what that means. And I saw this and was like, wow. And I think it's sort of a cheap blow. This is a cheap subject to have gotten into. Why are you discussing Russell Wilson, his wife, and the relationship that he's in? It seems just like a total and complete creep show move by Channing Crowder. I don't understand the point of it, frankly. But it's unbelievable how much Russell Wilson gets disrespected. Now, when I did my QB list in 2021, prior to last season, I had him as the number 5 best quarterback in the league. When I do my list this year, I can tell you he has dropped because he had a down year, but maybe he'll bounce back with the Broncos. He's still a top 10 quarterback in the league, but he better not get away from moving those feet, which he did last year. I don't know if that was injury or what it is. Right, wrong, or indifferent, today as it stands, the Seattle Seahawks quarterback situation is much worse than it was, and the Denver Broncos quarterback situation is much better than it was. No matter how you slice it, the dude goes out, he plays, and they win games, generally speaking, until last year when they had a lot of things go wrong. I don't get it. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans, in the comments section. What is the deal with Russell Wilson? Why does he keep getting disrespected? What does it mean that he's not black enough? I don't get that. I just don't get it. You know? I don't know. Peace. I'm out. Till next.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.